Hi and welcome to the curtain edition of my latest video. So obviously I'm in the Alphard and I'm trying to make curtains. So one of the things that for the DIY camper curtain on the hack from the Alphard's group, so we've got the net curtain things across here. Let me do it there. I've got the net curtain hook in here. It's running across through here as per hack shown by someone else. You can just run it through above the lights and then it's in at the end up there. Now, one of the problems with a door curtain is that, do you put it on the door? Now, the problem with this is where can you put it on this door that when it opens, it's not going to be in the way. So there isn't a solution that I saw without professional fitted ones. And this, at the end of the day, is about hacks. So one of the things you need to do, so I did this, which of course being the net curtain, and as you can see, I could probably do with tightening that up, but you want enough that you can take it off, but also you've got to allow for the give. So I might have to trim that and make it a bit smaller when I've got the stuff on it. Now this is a blanket. It is a fleecy blanket. I can show you the label on another one later. As you can see, it's Aldi Finest. I haven't tidied it up yet. And one of the things I'm going to do is it's the button elastic. But the button elastic goes through there. So I'll pause it and show you what's going on. So just to show you what's happened so far. So what I've been doing is I've been pushing it through 2 holes, missing 4, starting again. And I'll carry on and show you the next bit. Okay, so as you can see, I've got to the end and I've just spaced those out evenly. And now I hook that up. So now the advantage of this tape, as you can see, there's a bit of tension on it, so it's dropping. So that's why I need to put it up more. But you can see the advantage of this stuff is that you've got the ability to spread it out. With it being a blanket, I can cut it off where I need to. It's pretty UV, bearing in mind this is one of the hottest, sunniest days of the year. You've got enough space that you've got the excess to leave there. I might cut the label off, but so this has the advantage that it'll cover the whole doorway if you need it to. You can put a bit of buttoning in there to button it off, and it's pretty. Now, bearing in mind how gloriously bright sunshine this is, this is heat wave weather. So the only thing I need left to do up here is take the tension up here, and anyone who's done anything with net curtains knows the difference, and that's why I've got a bit of extra on the front here. And the advantage of using this buttoned elastic tape is that you can adjust it. So if you need more of a loop here, you just rethread it. And this is why it's very versatile. So I've got 2 blankets, and as you can see, let's go through the outside. Obviously it does need trimming down because at the moment it's in the way of the doors, but you can see, actually, let me go back a bit, that is a pretty good doorway. I've left this side because one of the things is it can help with the ventilation. But it could also be tucked over that side so that if somebody doesn't want to see the tape, they don't have to. So that is a short DIY option for doing it. Now, it took me about 10 minutes of pinning, about 20 minutes of sewing. I'm an hour and a half in the, about an hour into a movie, which is when I start doing the pinning and stuff. And the only thing I need to do is to trim this. Now, my advice is to trim it to the tops, just above the top step. Now, one of the things you could do is put another one of these across the bottom, and then you can pin weights to it if you need to. You don't want it getting in the way of the doorway, but this is my first one. I will do one for each side. Now, the advantage of doing this not on the window is you don't have to worry about it catching on the door mechanism. It's out the way the rest of the time. You can tuck it behind the seats, as you can see, tuck it out the way when it's all trimmed off. It's useful. You can also take it off, so you've got emergency blankets should you need them. And it's fairly straightforward. Top tip is put some tape around this when you're threading. Save yourself some hours of working. Anyway, as you can see, it runs really nicely compared to some of the other options I've tried in the past. You don't have to have it all the way. You can have it in a quick version. You can have it got the excess. So okay, there's a bit of sewing, but it's actually a fairly straightforward low sew effort if you don't know what else you're doing. So thank you for watching my hack of the curtaining. I'm going to do half a blanket for the rear and then that leaves the boot with the third blanket. And if you had, so that'd be 1, 2 for each door, 3 for the back, and then you've either got the 4th for the boot, or if you've got a 5th blanket, you can even do the central section. I'd probably do the central section in a different colour, just because it makes it easier to see coming forwards. The other advantage about using fleece is that fleece is naturally water resistant, so it reflects the water off, so it won't hold the fabric the way that this, and again it's still light and breezy enough that you can get some airflow through it. So thank you for watching my DIY curtain. Subscribe if you want to. Tell me what you'd like to see next as I carry on finishing this up, so it's camp ready. Now, having camped last weekend in the blue one, because as you know I've got the 2 at the moment, the blue one's hopefully fixed, putting the curtains up was an absolute nightmare, and I had things wedged in the window area, and then if anyone opened the door it was a big problem. So the advantage of going for the sliding doors, going inside the door area, you don't have to worry on the door mechanisms. Got an angled door, you'll probably have less of an issue, but anyway, that's my hack. And as you can see, there's still loads of privacy in the van, but again, with the door open, there's still a lot of breeze coming in as well. Thanks for watching. As I said, liking helps create more content, and I appreciate your views.